Hi there, I'm Kate from Infusion Software. Recently we ran roadshows throughout the country, engaging with clients, current users and future users, just running through the new development of Infusion Software, giving people an idea of some changes, the navigational structure, security, and what's available in the software right now, and also a bit of a preview on what's coming up. We'll divide these recordings into a number of modules so you can skip through and find what's relevant to you. This first module will be related to the system, the navigation, some tips and tricks on usability, and we'll just cover all those basic sort of generic parts before we get into the individual modules. So one of the first things that has really changed for the new development, obviously it is in a browser. You'll see up here I've logged in as Cat Smith, so all of those, anything that this user does is recorded against that username. There is strong security around the login. There's two-factor authentication available, which can be turned off on specific devices, but just adds that extra layer of security. There's also the ability to log in via a barcode and PIN for fast logging in for POS users. The security around users is strongly controlled by user roles, and you have complete control over your data and who's going to be able to access your data. You're able to lock people out, lock users out very simply as an organizational admin. And you can also control support user access, so you can give a support user access or then lock them out, and the same with any of your users. The user roles, there's also an accountant's user role available, and with approval of the Infusion support team, and your chartered accountant can be provided with a special user role, which means they will not take up one of your sessions. So they are able to log in and complete those month-end accounts without actually taking up one of your user sessions. You'll see here that this user has a profile picture loaded. They're able to come in and reset their password or set their PIN, enable two-factor authentication, and that's just going to ask for a barcode. And all of those can be controlled per user. The menu structure of the software, you'll notice, is very similar to what you've been used to in the desktop version. We've kept all that menu structure very familiar. It's quite simple and it works, but a few other changes that I'll draw your attention to. Up the top here, we've got an Omni menu, so I'm able to add any of the standard transactions, records that I would use in my standard day. So you'll see I can click through and immediately from that top menu, which is available all the time, look at any of those items. In our records, you'll see that there is now what we call a spill menu or a more options menu. That's where you'd normally use a right click, and that accesses all of those menu items, reports. Up in our modules, we've got reports and any utilities available in that more items menu. The searching is based on a very powerful Elasticsearch. It's very quick. We're finding it's searching through thousands of records very, very quickly. And there's also a global search, which will allow you to search right through the system and again, very, very quickly return results there. There's also quite a few filtered searches in the system. If I have a look at my payments and I take off the unposted filter, you'll find I can also jump in and have a look at my unallocated payments. I can see them right there on the screen. Those filtered searches are able to be saved. So if there's something you're checking often and you generate that filter, you can actually bookmark that search filter. One of the nice things people appreciate is the ability to right-click and just use the browser to open tabs in a new open windows in a new tab, so you can open as many tabs as you like in the same session, and that only uses a single session. If you've got two screens, you can drag those over and look at things while you're processing something in a single tab. You're also able to use the browser's zoom to zoom in and out and set up the screen as you'd like it. And you'll notice as I work through, you'll see a lot of occasions where there are links. So there's the ability to continue to link through the transactions, and it allows you to really drill down in and find the information that you need. You'll notice as I work through the use of colours, badges, hover menus. So we're trying to, as you go to click a button, let you know what's going to happen. And if there's something invalid on your screen and you're unable to click save or post, that hover message will tell you what's wrong, why you're unable to edit or save that item. You'll also notice with the strong user login, if I come into the same screen on two screens, you'll notice up here it tells me who's editing this, who's in this record, who's editing this record. It will stop them from editing it if someone's already in editing mode. So all of that information is up in that top bar. As far as support goes, you'll find on every screen a link to the knowledge base. So there is a very well developed knowledge base. We're continually adding to it. It has a very strong search function in it. You'll find release notes, tips and tricks, known issues, and you can jump into there anytime. And down in support, we've got, again, access to the knowledge base, release notes, and your partner's details will be loaded in here if you're working through one of our authorised partners. As far as reporting goes, you'll find that most of the reports are built into the More Options screen. You'll find in some occasions we've combined a few reports together. The customer pending invoice is a good example of that. Where previously there were 5 or 6 reports available for this, you'll find they've all been combined into a single report. So if I look by detailed, by product, you'll see that immediately opens and gives me the other report selection parameters that I need to use to get the report I need. Once I've run that report, it comes to screen. I can immediately download that report. I can open it in a new tab, download to Excel. And if this is an emailable report, you'll find that you can re-email that directly from this screen.